That.
Okay, we're going to talk today about buying your first home. Are a lot of people wanting to do that now?
Absolutely. You know, we are definitely in the spring market, yet right now where the market is at, you know, it's not doom and gloom. The sky is not falling. If anything, we're kind of back where we were talking about like last year, Annette, where there isn't enough inventory. We're starting to see things pick up. So it's absolutely a great time to purchase, especially as, you know, earlier discussed, we're probably going to see interest rates drop. So,
all right. Yeah. Let's go to, well, the first step. What is it? If you say, I want to buy a house, get into the market.
So have a look, like first and foremost, sit down with everyone, whether it's just you buying a house or your partner, anybody who's invested, sit down and chat about what you are looking for, you know, and then find out your financial situation, because that is the first step. Also, sit down with an advisor like myself and my team, you know, or anyone else in the real estate, and just figure out where your headspace is at, because you can't, like, if you're looking from Kentville to, you know, Arnprior, that's a huge broad. Like, what are you looking for? Because you need to really define what your wants are versus what your needs are.
That's a big question. How much do I need for a down payment? Let's go to that question, because that's
big.
A tricky one.
Yeah. So if you have, once you figure out your budget, which is really one of the very first steps, then you look at what your down payment is. There are two headspaces. If you do less than 20%, which you can for your final costs, then you have to go through CHMC fees, which is an additional insurance company that you'll have to pay additional to because you don't have 20%. If you have 20%, then you know, doors, you know, open to you. So some people are just, I need to have that 20% so I don't have to pay additional fees, where some people are like, I just need to get in the market because I may be expecting a baby, as we know someone in the audience here is. And it's like, no, I just want to settle my family down. So look at, again, the difference between your wants versus your needs. Do I need this versus do I want this?
Okay. And then when CMHC gives you, if you have less and you go through them, do they give you that extra insurance to it? How does that work?
Yeah. So it's just a matter of the fact that you are an insured versus uninsured. So once you have the down payment of 20%, then you're uninsured and stuff like that.
You don't need that protection from CMHC.
Yeah.
What's the difference between a deposit and a down payment?
That is one that I really wanted to talk to you about, because people don't realize you have to provide both. So a deposit is literally when you purchase a home, and as we've talked about right on page 1 of the agreement of purchase and sale, you need to put in a deposit, and that goes towards the selling brokerage in order to ensure that you've got your feet into it, right? You have some mud sticking to this agreement. Now, the down payment is back as to what we were talking about earlier. The down payment is literally to the mortgage company, to whatever the loan that you are using for your new home. So deposit also is cashed. So a lot of people don't realize that they need a deposit and it will be cashed. Now,
it's not held until the sale, until closing date.
No, and it's also part of the big, it's not in addition to.
Okay, that's my next question. It's part of the whole thing.
It's part of the whole thing. So if you were to purchase a $500,000 house, you put, let's say, a $5,000 deposit, that goes to the selling brokerage and holds in trust.
Yeah, so you'll owe the $495 after that. It does not become
Well, then there's a whole bunch of moving parts.
Right.
When it's not maybe just $495, there may be statement of adjustments, but there is a deposit. Now, the deposit itself is held in trust. If something goes wrong, you will usually get it back.